Hello, Kakibra. So today is talk about your choice of world issues day or week or whatever. I'm tired. And basically we have to choose an issue. And okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like Googled world issues because I don't know what to talk about. It was all like, 21,000 children died today, and there's a war on terror, and yeah, don't want to talk about any of those because they don't really hit home in my world. Um, I could go on about how Hawaii is an isolated place and a lot of world issues seem kind of distant to us here, but I won't do that. I'll just go into my world, like my community kind of thing. I'm going to talk about the issue of community libraries and, just like their lack of stock and how books are kind of going out of popularity and stuff. First of all, I love books. I love reading. I love writing. So it's really enjoyable to like go to the library and find new books that I don't own or wouldn't normally find in a bookstore. And research homework too. Libraries are good for that. And I think it's important that students realized exactly how important the library can be. I mean, it's just not a place where a bunch of books sit and like you could have study hall or just do nothing in an air-conditioned facility. I mean, the library is a quiet place that holds so much knowledge. It's like a humongous living brain that has little helpers for you. So, I really love the library and the smell of books and all that stuff. And I think that Hawaii's libraries really need some help. Like, I'm pretty sure compared to like mainland and university libraries, it's so much different because we're so deprived with book stock and like how soon we get new books coming in, and then when they get registered, and then they might get lost or never return. And that really bothers me that, people don't respect books. Borders closed, and it really bothers me that I have to take like a 30-minute drive all the way through a mountain just to go to a Barnes & Noble's. It sucks. Second point that I want to make is that books really matter to me because since it's a requirement at my school to have 100 hours of community service to graduate, I volunteer at this like Friends of my local library that it's basically like a used bookstore. I wish that more people would show up there because I like seeing moms take their kids in and their kids go nuts over the sections. Like, it's affordable for people, and I really like that because some people can't afford books that much, and like you don't want an ebook, you don't want special toys. I mean, a book is just fine for a kid. A kid can learn so much from books. So I really, really like working there because I get to smell books all day, and I come home smelling of book dust. And I like organizing my sections, even if it's a section that I don't, or like a genre I don't particularly read from. It's totally fine because it's like being exposed to new titles, and I get to see all these book jackets in front of me. And I'm like, ooh, this looks interesting. Make friends with all the older people in our community that love books just as much as younger people should, and I find that really important to me. The last point, to wrap things up, I just wished that people appreciated books because words are really timeless. I mean, they hold so much. People should really recognize that reading and the written word is a lot more important than some of like our teenage generation gives it credit for. Like, I see the contrast between a generation that is like 3 years older than me and my generation, and then a generation that is 3 years younger than me. And the contrast is just so big and so different. Like, I want to be part of a generation 3 years older than me because they had it better. They appreciate more, and they understand a lot of the things that I wish my generation would do. I mean, like, there are a lot of select people that really understand the importance of books and all the cool stuff. But oh my God, you look at the younger kids and you wonder what kind of people they're going to grow up into. And I think, like they read a classic, and even if they didn't understand it, but they attempted to understand it, it might stick or something. Or if you found some book that's super simple, but it becomes your favorite, you still found a book and you've been touched by literature. I think everyone has the right to deserve that. So, books and the written word, they should really be encouraged more. Like, our library stock is so sad. If you want a good book, you have to go to the Hawaii State Library. You can't get anything in community libraries. A lot of the good editions and big stocks and like all that, it's at the state library, and it's an inconvenience for a lot of people. Books, if they were given them, they'd probably be a big treasure to maybe like a poor kid in, like, I don't know, some high Peruvian mountain. He'd probably appreciate a nice picture book of Harold and the Purple Crayon. It might amuse him or something. And I just want people to remember the importance of books and how easily a book can change anyone's life. And they still do today, and I'm glad that they do that. But I just want them to be more accessible to people. And that is my issue. I apologize for my overall appearance. I had 2 rehearsals today and 2 hours of intense dancing, and I'm tired and sore. Oh, I'm out of shape. Okay. Bye. Riss, I will see you when you upload your video, and tomorrow I will see you in the flesh.